Hi, my name is Justin Greenwald, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get the perfect hi-hat sound. Now, everyone has a different hi-hat sound they're going for, but I'm just going to give you the tools so you can make your own. Now, the first thing you need to do is go to a blank kit. You usually don't want to change a kit that's already a preset kit, so I'm going to go to kit 92. Remember, all blank kits are kits 80 through 100 on the Roland TD30 module. Now press Instruments, and now you got to just select the kind of hi-hat you want. So I got to hit the hi-hat, and this sounds kind of jazzy. I don't want that, so I'm going to go use the scroll wheel to go all the way down to the first set of hi-hats, 597 and 598. The 597 is the top part of the hi-hat, and then the 598 is the edge. Now you can actually decide to make a hi-hat, a hybrid hi-hat out of two different hi-hats. What you do is you press H and R, and now you can select the head of the hi-hat, and then hit the edge, and then you can scroll around and select the edge. So you can have like a jazzy bow part of the hi-hat, and then have a rock edge. But I don't want to do that. Sometimes it turns out weird. It's like a Frankenstein effect. So I'm just going to go straight one set of hi-hats. I like these hi-hats, so I'm going to select them and edit them. So press Edit, and I think I want to go to 15. This set of hi-hats is going to be like a rock set of hi-hats that I can, just really hit hard. So I want the body of the sound to be pretty large. So I'm bringing up the size to 15 inches. You can make it all the way up to 40 inches. Sounds like your hi-hat is a pair of gongs. Or you can make it all the way to 1 inch. And that sounds like 2 splash cymbals. And then you have the sweet spot, which is I think is around 15 through 13. All right, so now that I've decided on that, go to Add. I'm not actually going to add anything, but I want to explain to you what this is. You can add like a tambourine sound or all these other sounds they have here, cowbell. Now, you hear it? So you can actually turn up the volume of the tambourine or make it -3 and have it really, really quiet. So you can barely tell it's there, which is kind of cool. But I don't need it because I'm doing a rock set of hi-hats. Now go to Fixed. I'm not going to touch this either, but I just wanted to explain it to you. This is like a drop clutch for your hi-hat, digitally. You don't need a physical drop clutch. Go up to Fixed 1, and that is the sound of your hi-hat no matter how hard you press your pedal down or let go. So I can go on the double bass pedal like this, and it will still be that one sound. So Fixed 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the open sound, so I'm holding my foot down, but it's still making that sound. So that's great. It's like a drop clutch. I want it to be normal so that my foot can decide what it sounds like. All right, go to mic. Since this is a rock set of hi-hats I'm working on, you may want something different, but I'm going to go to inside 2. This is the mic position. The closer you get the mic to the hi-hats, the more bright it sounds. If I bring it farther away to outside 2, it's not as bright, more washed out. So I want it to be inside 2. Now I'm going to go to EQ, and I'm going to bring up the lows. Use your arrows to go all the way down and to the left, and I'm going to bring it to the lows up to 4, and the highs up to 5. And just so you know, the highs bring out, obviously, the highs of the cymbal. It's the bright part of the cymbal. And then the lows and the mid are the body of the cymbal. If you had only mids, it would sound like an acoustic drum set being recorded with an iPhone mic. It's that's that trashy sound. But if you want it to sound really nice and studioized, if I'll make that word up, bring up your lows a tiny bit and bring up your highs if you want this kind of cymbal sound. All right. So go to compression. Now I want it to be on emphasis. You can actually turn the compression on and off. There are different kinds of compressors, crush, emphasis, and a few others. Actually, there's only 2. But anyway, I want it to be on emphasis, so I can turn it on like this. and I can turn it off to hear what it would sound like with it off. I like the way it sounds with it on. So I've done everything. I've EQ'd it, I've compressed it, I've chosen the set of hi-hats I wanted, and I've edited the mic position and all that. So this is the kind of sound I wanted. Alright, so that really worked out for me. If you wanted a more of a jazzy sound, what I would do is I would select a hi-hat that is that doesn't have as much as a sustain, so it would cut out sooner. Maybe 601. And then I would go into edit, mic, and I'd put it to outside 2. I might increase the size to 15 again. I might put a tambourine or whatever on there. And then in the EQ, I would bring out the lows more and bring down the highs a little bit. All right, so there's all kinds of things you can do with this. So I hope that you found these tools useful.